Well, it's a Monday morning across the Ozarks, and it is the beginning of a hot period of weather in the Ozarks with only little chances for a break. And even when we get a break, it'll still remain much above the norm. Here are morning temperatures. This is recorded just after 8 o'clock. We're already at 74 degrees in Springfield. Temperatures up to the north of us are in the 80s still here very early in the morning. So a very warm air mass is obviously in place across the Ozarks. We'll take a look at our morning satellite image. And all the thunderstorms are well to the north of us, and the reason for that is that's where the jet stream has retreated to this time of year. There's one little cluster here that spent time moving from Minneapolis last night across Wisconsin, across Lake Michigan, and now is located in the, coming from Lake Michigan into the state of Michigan. I can show you the radar too here this morning. There's that thunderstorm area right there, but we just don't have anything here in Ozarks that's going to resemble showers and thunderstorms at all, really. If we take a look at the morning temperatures there and also the upper level winds here, this is where the jet stream has gone. The stronger winds are across the northern plains, and it is projected to stay that way for the most part, except for a front, which I'll talk about later in the week, that will make a run for the Ozarks, but it really won't be successful in moving through. Here's the morning weather map. As typical in June, all the frontal systems, cool and warm, tend to stay up to the north of us and sometimes grace us with their presence, getting close, oftentimes not moving through. Now here's the temperature projections, and I show this to you quite a bit because it's a good summary of temperature possibilities, what the computer models are projecting, why they're good, why they're not good sometimes. And this one is probably a little bit of an underachiever with temperatures here in some cases. We've got two hot periods. We've got Tuesday and Wednesday, which will be accompanied by a pretty good breeze. Then it backs off a little bit on Thursday and then picks up again Friday and especially Saturday, Sunday, and even some hints at Monday. I want you to notice the temperature scale on the left here. This right here is 100 degrees, this line right here. So we are really starting to push some of these readings well into the 90s through this period here, through the upcoming weekend. And it looks like certainly our hottest projection here. And there is a front that'll come in just to the north, and like last week's that we just finished, it may send a thunderstorm cluster close to the Ozarks. Computer models kind of picking up on that, but that is a highly fickle thing to show you. Generally speaking, though, if I show you the precipitation projections over the next 5 days, this is just adding up where the rain will be over a 5-day period. So the first 3 days of this, today and Tuesday and Wednesday, I don't expect any. And then right in through here, this green, the sole reason for its existence is because of this front, which is obviously going to do a better job of dropping down into Iowa here and maybe producing some showers and thunderstorms as close as northwest Missouri and northeastern portions of Kansas by later in the week. Again, a front that is not destined to move through. The heavier precipitation north of that front is forecast to be in the 3 to 4 inch range in Minnesota, and also pockets there in Wisconsin and also in Michigan. And finally, let me show you the upper level projections, and this is one reason why we are forecasting hot temperatures. This is the 500 millibar flow. I'm just going to step this through here. So this is today's. Here's Tuesdays at about lunchtime. Notice the big ridge of high, or the big ridge of high pressure aloft right here, which is building across the eastern U.S. We go to Wednesday right around noontime again, and this is starting to break down just a little bit. So this little disturbance right here is what's going to send the front close to us. And then we go to Thursday, and it's still moving across the northern plains right here. Again, the front will come close to Missouri. And then, here's what I want you to look at. Here comes the weekend. This is Friday at lunchtime. Now, notice that the hot air ridge is not over the East Coast, but is centered over Oklahoma right here. And that will feature, I think, will continue to build as we get into Saturday. Here's noon on Saturday. That sits right over basically the so-called Four Corners area of Kansas, Oklahoma, Missouri, and Arkansas. And then on Sunday, again at lunchtime, we have this big ridge forecast to develop right over our heads. That is a sure sign of hot weather. So get used to it. I think we're going to have mid-90s in the bag, certainly at some point over the next 7 days, most likely this upcoming weekend.